Welcome to November, friends! The first couple of days of this month were just work and brain rot. So, what do you do when you missed your chance and didn't start on the first of the month? Well, in my case, you just start wherever you are. And if it's bugging your brain that you didn't actually get started on the first of the month, the best technique that I've tried is one that I'll call the runway. That's using the first few days or a week of the month or whatever time period you wanted as a time to rev up your engines and get going before you soar. Instead of feeling disappointed that I didn't start strong on day one, I'm going to consider those first 2 days of the month as the time that my plane was backing up from the gate. It may feel like you're going backwards, but that's okay. We're just trying to get into the right position to take off. Then on the third day, I wasn't flying yet, but I used that time to make a plan to figure out my destination for my flight. So I worked in my planner to set some things up and make a little plan on a post-it note. And today we're speeding down the runway. Between today and tomorrow, we're definitely going to take off and start flying. In my opinion, you can use as many days as you need to prep for a successful flight. So don't feel bad, don't feel like you're behind, don't feel like the month is wasted just because you missed a few days. Nope, the days you did not do anything, you did do something. You were resting and preparing. And now you're ready to take action, just like I am. Like I said, I have my planner set up for the month of November. My calendar is ready to go. The first thing that I'm going to do is transfer all the to-do list items from the previous months, all the things that didn't get done that I still feel are important, and anything else that I want to add to it, I can do that now. I will also be adding to this list throughout the month and just keeping track of things that are coming up in my mind so I know what needs to get done. There is absolutely no pressure to get everything done off of this to-do list. So let's begin. All right, here is what I have, transferring things over from last month. Now for my goals, I did like what I did last month where I sort of let things take on a life of their own and naturally have some goals happen throughout the month. But because November is the last month in Q3 for me, for my planning year, so I want to be a little bit more disciplined and organized. Let's check back into Q3 planning page, see how I'm doing on my goals for Q3 and what else is left to do, because whatever is left to do, this is the month to get it done. And here is my Q3 goal plan. Let's see what we can check off this list, what progress we've made so far, and what's still left to be done. I know there's still a lot left to do, but as always, I am being positive and optimistic that I'll get stuff done. I do still need to apply for this certificate if I actually want to get it done by the end of the year, and I'm already cutting it a little close, and I do definitely want to get that done. So this will definitely be one of the goals for November. Another thing is a big chunk of my yearly goal of getting rid of 1,000 things. I was and am hoping to get 400 things decluttered from my house. So this will definitely be a big goal for this month. If you've been here any length of time, you know that finding a therapist and starting therapy has been a goal I've had for years. And I've had it on for probably every month from the beginning of this year, and I haven't done this yet. So this is another one I will be putting on my list for November. Then I wanted to visit 2 new places during this third quarter, and I've already achieved this goal. I've actually visited 3 new places. I went to Ocean City, Maryland with the girls, and we visited Assateague Island. So those are 2 just in that 1 month. And then this past month, I went to the Adirondack region. So that's technically 3 new places that I visited. So I'm going to check this off and color it in so I know that this one's done. Next, I wanted to read 6 books during this quarter. These could be any books, not necessarily the ones that I need for my yearly goal of reading 6 books for growth. And I'm almost done with a 5th, so I'm pretty much on track. But for the month of November, I will add those 2 other books that I'm missing to my goal list for the month. And finally, I wanted to have 5 new experiences during this quarter, and I feel like I'm a little bit behind on this, but I've gotten in 3 new experiences already, so only 2 left to go, and again, I'll be putting that on this month's list. The ones that I've made some progress on, I'll color in a little bit just to give myself that visual cue and reminder that I'm making good progress on these. All right, let's fill in our November goals list now that we know what's important and what needs to get done. And here that is all set up. I did add 40 of these little dots here to color in for every 10 things that I declutter throughout the month. And just like that, I have the month planned out. But I do have one new thing that I'm doing this month as I experiment and try and find the best ways to be successful at achieving my goals and making progress towards living my best life. And here it is. This is my plan for this month. Instead of every day trying to figure out what I need to do, thinking about all the things I need to do, and then beating myself up because I'm not getting anything done, what I want to try is designating each day of the week for a different category, let's say, of the things that need doing. At this point, I'm not really planning anything for Sunday. That day is just going to be up in the air. Usually it's a very busy work day for me, but if I can get anything done during that day, that'd be great. But I'm not designating it for anything specific. On Monday, I am specifically designating this day towards rest and self-care tasks. This will ensure that when I am doing nothing, I don't feel guilty about that. And because my weekends are pretty busy, Monday seems like the perfect day for rest and relaxation. Again, if there's anything that I am moved to do on that day, I am more than welcome to, but my main focus and what will make this day a success is rest and relaxation. On Tuesday, I want to focus on getting things done off of my to-do list right here. On Wednesday, my main priority is going to be working towards my goals. On Thursday, I will be focusing on my cleaning goals. I do hate cleaning and I dread it every week, and it's definitely something that's in the back of my mind throughout the week and it gets put off. But no more, Thursday is going to be the day dedicated to cleaning. On Fridays, I want to be able to catch up on anything that I started or didn't get to on the previous days, or anything else urgent that comes up throughout the week. So Friday is going to be my catch-up day. And finally, Saturday is going to be the day I want to focus on socializing. I've neglected this a little bit, but I want to get back into it. So doing something with other people. Again, just because each of these days have a focus does not mean that I cannot do other things on this day, but I don't want to do that instead of the thing I'm focusing on, only in addition to. So for example, on Thursday, let's say I finished all my cleaning tasks and I'm still full of energy and want to get some things done. I am more than welcome to work on my goals or something off of my to-do list or whatever else it may be. Down here, I have two little reminders for myself to make this plan happen. First, I want to spend at least 1 hour being productive on each of these days. Again, I'm being productive towards the focus of that particular day. That way, I can tell my brain that it's only 1 hour, not a perpetual to-do list or the never-ending goals. It's just 1 hour working towards those things. Again, obviously, I can do more, but this is the minimum. And second, I want to make a list and focus on using different strategies for motivation that I've learned in the past that work for me. And maybe I haven't done the best at implementing these strategies, and they could definitely make me more successful. So I want to make a list and I want to focus a little bit more on actually using these strategies and making progress. And that's my plan for the month. Together, we'll see how it goes. I'm planning on setting the timer for 60 minutes and seeing how many tasks I can get done during that time. Getting the first batch of dishes done for the week seems like a very good start. But first, it's time for a new set of gloves. Not only have these lived out their life, but I also have a pretty bad burn on my hand, and one of these has a hole in them, so I want to make sure I don't get this burn wet. So it's the perfect time to switch out to new gloves. And just like that, here we are. All done with the dishes. That leaves me with about 40 minutes and not really a good idea of what to do. But what I think I'm going to do next is go around and try and put things back in their place wherever I find anything that doesn't belong, like trash or things that I've taken out and not put back. Like for example, all this cleaning stuff that has been sitting here since last week. Oops. tissues stolen by cats, the shoes that need to go back on the shelf. All right, much better. And finally, there's a hefty pile of mail to go through. No time like the present. Okay, that took only a few minutes. I have a whole bin of trash. I have a bunch of things that need shredding. And my pink folder has all the things I actually have to take care of, but I'm not doing that today. I am also watering my plants today because I may have skipped that last week. I'm not really sure. I forgot what I got done. With the last few minutes that I have, I prepped some fruit, which I am going to snack on while working. I have a bunch of fruit, but I've been neglecting to eat it, so this is something productive as well. And finally, I have one litter box from the ones that were cleaned last time that needs to get filled. As you can see, there's definitely some interest. If only it was ready to go. Of course, this is how that's going, so you know, small obstacles, but we're getting through it. And just like that, a full hour has passed. And now it's time for me to head out to work. Good morning on Wednesday. Today is supposed to be the day that I work on my goals. But because the weather is so nice, my mom and I have made plans to do some cleanup. We want to do some work outside in the garden and the yard to clean things up before winter comes, and also take this opportunity to hopefully clean out the garage a little bit as well. The garage is a place that always gets messy and needs to get revisited from time to time to keep things neat. But before we do that, I'm going to challenge myself to find 20 things to declutter. I'm just going to go around and find the obvious stuff. Alrighty, did a quick once over and I found these 16 items that I can get rid of. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I am counting the socks individually because I'm sure there'll be a lot of mismatched socks that need to go, so I'm not going to force them to pair up. I hope that I can find 4 more things when we're cleaning out the backyard and garage that are mine that I can get rid of. From the outside, this is what I'm getting rid of. I'm going to count the plastic containers on the right as one item, and then I have a flower pot and a pail that are both broken. So this is 3 items, and then I have a set of 4 chairs that I'm getting rid of as well. Thursday is for cleaning. So today is the day that we're getting this dreaded task done. I have my cleaning shirt on, the one that has a bleach stain. I'm also re-wearing my sweatshirt from yesterday to make that even more dirty. And I plan to spend at least the next hour doing my cleaning. I know from past experience that I can get my weekly chores done in under an hour. So if I have any time or energy left, I can always do something from the monthly list. As a reminder for everyone and to keep me on track, this is the list of my cleaning tasks on a weekly basis. First, I will start with folding and putting away my laundry. As you can see, I don't have much, so this should go quickly. And just like that, it's all done. Only took me about 7 minutes. Let's add these things to the donation pile before I decide to keep something. That is as good as it's going to get. I don't know why sweeping is such a workout for me. I definitely have to start using the vacuum. I think that would be a much easier way to go about this. On my to-do list, there is a Roomba style vacuum that my mom has had for years that I gifted her that she's never even opened. So we want to unbox that and try it out, and I want to try it out in my house too. And one day when the finances are there, I might actually look into getting one of those for myself if it works well. I know there are ones on the market now that do sweeping and mopping, and that would probably be ideal, but I know those are still pretty expensive. And like I said, right now that is not a financial priority, so that might be something I'll note for the future. Again, if it works, I gotta try it out first. That is another task off the list. I think next we're going to go into the bathroom and finish that. And just like that, the vanity is put back together again. Now we all know how cleaning the toilet goes, so I'll spare you that. All right, toilet and sink are clean in the bathroom. Let's do the dishes and counters. I don't have that many, so that should be a quick one as well. It got a little messy on the counter as always, and there are still clean dishes to put away, but I have a few here that I need to wash. And just like that, the sink is empty, the dishes are done, and the counters are clean as well. Dishes done, counters finished. I can't draw a straight line to save my life today. Next, and finally, just watering the plants. I'm actually going to hold off watering the plants because the cat is hiding up here. Earlier when I was cleaning, I accidentally stepped on his paw and he has absolutely not gotten over it. He's a little mad, but mostly he's just scared of me, so I don't want to move him right now. I'll do that little task a little later once I feed the cats. I'm sorry, friend, I didn't mean it. My cat and I are friends again, so I can water the plants now and check off this last thing from my list. And here is the after of the room. Hey guys, it's Saturday now. Yesterday I spent most of the day working really hard, and today I have a few errands before I meet up with one of my friends and her kiddo for a little play date in the park. And that's just the beginning of a very busy weekend ahead, mostly with work. Now that the week is over, I just wanted to say that I feel very, very excited about the plan. I really feel a change coming. I don't know exactly when or how or what it's going to be, but I feel it deep inside of me that I'm going to level up in some way. But just because I'm making progress does not mean it's going to be a straight and easy road. I'm prepared for that. My mantra is just keep moving forward, one step at a time. So wish me luck, and hopefully I'll have some good things to share going forward. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week.